probably the best I've seen since being in this, game and being here in Florida. What he's been able to do in 3 years is remarkable. He's a special individual. And, I'm just pleased that I had a chance to watch him play.
Dalvin Cook has wowed a lot of people during his time at Florida State, including his coaches.
He's the bell guy. He's the one guy that can hit home runs from anywhere on the field. And whenever you got a guy that can outrun everybody else on the field, at running back, it's special. He gives you an eraser, as I call it, or a lot of coaches. He can erase mistakes by other people in one play. And guys that change the numbers on the scoreboard, or everybody loves linemen and everything else, but when you get guys that can change the numbers on the scoreboard at any time, they affect games.
Perhaps Cook affected games too much, as early in the season people were wondering what was wrong with Dalvin after not seeing some typical runs from the junior.
It was definitely funny when people ask you what's wrong with you and stuff like that, because people get kind of spoiled when you're making plays and stuff like that. I know that's part of it, but at the end of the day, I still gotta go do my job, and that's make plays for this university and satisfy the fan base at this university. So I just had to go back and finish off some runs and break the tackles that need to be broken.
The most important thing Cook did in 2016 was to impact the game even when he didn't have the ball.
Running routes better, influencing the defense when I don't got the ball in my hand, like protecting the ball, protecting the quarterback, really play action, getting better, stuff like that. So, when I don't got the ball in my hand, I got to be the most dominant player on the field. And, I got better at that as the season progressed.
And even when they stack in the box, Dalvin still find ways to make big plays and home run hits. And that's the thing. You can not only just hand it to him, when you can just throw it to him as well.
As far as all the talk about the NFL, Cook's message has been consistent.
It's still football to be played. And, you always keep that in your head. And you just really just be where your feet are, and that's right here, right now. And, you always block everything else out, and you just know you still got to go play football. So, that's one thing I could do, block everything out and prepare for a game, and, and really just know I still got a football game to play, and I still got to prepare well, and that's practice and stuff like that. So, and just block everything out and, prepare well for a football game.
That game, of course, is a big one against Michigan on Friday. We're getting closer, only one more press conference to go. That's the head coaches, as Jimbo Fisher and Jim Harbaugh will talk to the media tomorrow morning. And, of course, we'll have everything you need leading up to that game. Tim is going to have a great feature on DeAndre Francois up today. And, of course, there'll be the game preview and Tim's First and 10 as well, as Florida State gets set to take on Michigan in the Orange Bowl. That'll wrap up things for now. LaneHurtSeminoles.com.